Hi, I'm Candace, and I'm going to tell you some quick facts about the Victorian era in Victorian literature. The Victorian era was the age of poise. Secondly, the Victorian era and pieces of literature had a moral purpose behind each piece of literature. Thirdly, the Victorians believed in realism over romance, meaning that realism in stories was more important than romance. Fourthly, the Victorian era believed in telling the whole truth, meaning that each story was kind of based off of something that would really happen in reality. The Victorian era got its name from Queen Victoria. Queen Victoria was 18 when she first reigned in 1837. Queen Victoria was married to her cousin Albert, a German prince. Under her reign, Britain became the most powerful country in the world, with the largest empire that ever existed. The number of people living in Britain more than doubled, and she ended up dying in 1901, ending the Victorian era. Queen Victoria was the longest reigning monarch in UK history, reigning for 63 years. The queens and kings in this era had a huge influence on the people that they ruled over. They would look to for fashion, hair and makeup, class, and how we do for celebrities. They would look to for the next big thing. Early feminism struck in the Victorian era. The image most of us have of Victorian women is a home-loving, devoted to family, one who dressed in the finest fabrics and laced tightly in a corset. She's sympathetic, unselfish, and sacrifices herself daily for her husband and her family. She is always her husband's best friend, never her husband's competitor. But yet, for countless families, that above scenario was not the case. Many wives and unmarried daughters had to go to work to support their families. These are the women of the working class, those women who lived in poverty and who are often very overlooked when we are talking about the Victorian age. This shift in labor did not come without its controversies. This division between the domestic female and the public male was not reality for many practicing it. The women who would go and fight for women's rights believe in multiplying and multiplying its principles would prove more successful than a total rejection of ideology. This argument of women's moral superiority became the leading edge for women's rights movement during this period. Sit back and I'm going to tell you how it connects to our story, The Awakening.